Radio 1 DJ Dean McCulloch will host the LGBT Awards this evening after original presenter Sue Perkins stepped down from the event earlier this week. The former Great British Bake Off star, 53, quit the annual event following a disagreement over its sponsorship deals with Shell and BP, with climate change protesters planning to protest outside the awards in London tonight. A number of nominees, including comedian Joe Lycett, withdrew their nominations earlier this month after campaigners claimed the event was at risk of becoming a pinkwashing exercise for oil and gas companies. Following pressure from campaign groups and online activists, Sue, who hosted the awards in 2022, is thought to have pulled out of fronting this year's celebrations, with rising star Dean stepping in to replace her. The show is still going on for Britain's biggest LGBT awards event with the amazing Dean McCulloch, an insider has told The Mirror. He stepped in, which was a really last-minute coup for the event. His Radio 1 show is massively popular and he's tipped for big things. He's the Beebs Radio golden boy, and so it's all worked out really well. The source added, "I think people were a little surprised by Sue's decision to run for the Hills. The climate change lobby targeted her and other celebrities on social media, and there have been a few dropouts. They're now targeting other LGBT+ awards events sponsored by airlines and the likes. I think what Sue forgot was that the British LGBT Awards is a massive celebration of achievements in the LGBT+ community, nothing to do with the oil and gas industry. It was all a bit strange. Will these celebrities have the same moral standards when they're booking their next exotic Caribbean holiday?" The Mirror has approached representatives for Sue for comment. Dean rose to national fame last year when he was announced as one of the two presenters taking over Scott Mill's afternoon slot on Radio 1 following the legendary broadcaster's switch to Radio 2. Vicky Hawksworth and Dean have been a hit with listeners since succeeding Scott in August, and the duo have been tipped for major success with the world's public service broadcaster. Dean has been a key figure in the LGBTQ+ community for over a decade, championing queer artists in the music scene and being his authentic self across the BBC Radio 1 network. His dedication to the community extends to volunteering at the Gaydio Youth Academy, the Albert Kennedy Trust, and as a proud patron of Youth Action Northern Ireland. The Radio 1 DJ is also a proud ambassador for BBC Children in Need, raising money for much-needed causes across the UK whilst always keeping young LGBTQ+ lives at the heart of everything he does. Dean was awarded Attitude magazine's Top 10 LGBT broadcaster and was also nominated for Broadcaster of the Year at the British LGBT Awards in 2022. On Tuesday, climate change activist group Just Stop Oil issued a statement regarding the LGBT Awards which read, "We and the LGBTQ+ community will not allow the deadliest and most dangerous companies to use our existence to greenwash and rainbow wash their brands. This is a line in the sand for us." Amid the controversy and criticism, the British LGBT Awards took to social media on Wednesday to share a message with their followers. "We've been really saddened that some of our incredible nominees and judges have decided to distance themselves from the awards, but we acknowledge their concerns and want to address them as best we can," the statement began. The British LGBT Awards is dedicated to celebrating the very best in people who are working to advance the rights of our wonderful LGBTQ+ community. This is a cause that we believe is more critical than ever, given the increasingly turbulent times in which we find ourselves. While the supporters of the event were chosen based on their proactive approach and firm commitment to advancing equality, diversity and inclusion among our LGBTQ+ community, we fully acknowledge the concerns that have been raised. The statement continued, "The British LGBT Awards is dedicated to the long-term uplifting of the community, and that means all of our community. As a result, we have revised our supporters this year, and once this year's event is over we will be looking at our long-term strategy. That will include interrogating our current format and exploring ways of creating a model which can sustain the awards long-term so that we can continue to push for much-needed progress." We're grateful for those who have spoken out on such an important issue, sustainability and the ethics of who we choose to partner with to further the cause of LGBTQ+ equality. Please get in touch with any thoughts or comments on what you would like to see from the British LGBT Awards going forward. Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook.